Hi everyone, Alex from Barista Cycle Works back for part 2 of our How to Clean Your Bike video. You can check out part 1 that was on our YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago. For part 2 today, I'm going to show you how to actually clean the bike. Last time we talked about the different things that we like to use. Today I'm going to show you how I actually like to do it. So we'll be working on my bike and I'll show you what I do for a customer wash. So I'll kind of discuss what it is that we do in order quickly. We start off with a light rinse, just kind of get the whole bike wet, that's really important. Then you want to degrease your drivetrain, so anything that's moving, that's helping you pedal, pretty much this whole area I'll spray with degreaser. Then we want to take a soft brush. You'll see I have a fair bit of dirt buildup on the back of my bike. Take a soft brush, kind of get as much of that out of there as you can. From there, again, it's going to be a rinse, and then we're just going to dry the bike off. And finally, lube your chain, that's really important, and then give your bike a nice polish, especially if you have a really loud color like mine. It looks dirty if you don't polish the crap out of it. So, step 1 is rinse off. Don't use a pressure washer. So you'll notice that while I was spraying, I was kind of wiping away with my hand. That's just trying to knock a little bit of dirt loose. The big thing though is that you don't want to be spraying in there with the using the pressure of the water near your suspension pivots if you have a full suspension bike, or near your bottom bracket down here. So usually what I'll do instead is just try and knock stuff loose with my fingers while I do it. Step 2, degrease. I'm going to spray anything that I use to pedal. And then usually I'll end up taking my wheel off and spraying the cassette a little bit more. Last time I also mentioned Park Tools chain cleaner. We'll definitely use this on every bike that we clean. I like to keep the wheel on while I do it, and it just keeps a little more tension on the chain. So all we have to do, clip it around, and then you can clip it shut. And I just hold it and just back pedal, run the whole chain through a few times, let that degreaser soak in. Next thing I'll do is take my wheel off so I can give it a nice scrub. So again, spraying. If I was doing this and I actually had my disc rotor on, I don't right now because I was replacing them today anyway, but if I was, what I would do instead is take a paper towel and shield. And then just do that and be light, but let the paper towel soak it up. That avoids getting contaminants on your rotor. The next step is the soft brush. I usually spray as I go and then just use the soft brush to kind of clean everything out. I like to take the wheels off and give the sidewalls and the rims a good scrub as well. Especially on mountain bikes, this makes your bike look a lot cleaner and like you have some new rubber on there. Sometimes you have a really tight spot in between maybe the drivetrain and the frame, or again, between your suspension pivots. I'll just usually grab a rag and really get in there and kind of floss it. So you'll see that in a second. Now time for a light rinse before we dry off. The final steps here, we get into drying off our bike before a little bit of chain lube and polish. I like to just use the paper towel that we've got around, but if you've got a lint-free cloth that you can use, or something that isn't greasy, that's nice and clean, I would suggest that instead. It's a little more environmentally friendly. After this, I would like to really emphasize that you should try and get your chain pretty dry. A clean bike is a fast bike, but also a non-rusty bike is a lot faster too. So make sure you really get in here, just dry it off, run the chain through. For the finishing touches, first a little bit of chain lube. We have finish line stuff. I think we talked about this in part 1. A chain that is actually over lubricated collects a lot of grime. The drivetrain itself is quite dirty, and then you get a lot of those sweet chainring tattoos. If you have a lot of buildup quite frequently around here, you're probably not wiping off the lube enough, or you're using something that's collecting a lot of grime. Finally, my favorite step is the bike polish. This makes a bike look good as new, showroom ready. We use Finish Line stuff, but I just have a very generic bike polish spray bottle, so I don't have to use a 5-gallon jug as I go here. But just spray it on, wipe it off, makes everything look really nice, and hides all the grease marks that we have left over on my very bright colored bike. So that's how to clean your bike in a nutshell. If you have any questions or just don't feel like doing it and would rather that we do it for you, you can swing by the shop. We'd be happy to help you out either way and get your bike looking good as new. Thanks for watching.